So just closing everything down and then I'll reopen. See if my latency becomes a little bit better. Can't be much worse. Come on, in we go. Probably screwed everything else up. Right, let's see. Well, that's better. Down to 230. I can run stuff at 230. What I think I'm going to be doing, I'm going to run some, as I say, Tributes of Ascendance. In we go. Now if anybody wants some runs, just message me, whisper, whatever, and we can do whatever you fancy. What I might do is put on the Diablo trade, I can put a listing. Service. Runs for free. Lilith, Lilith. Tributes of Ascendance. Pits. Their bosses. Zero. Let's see. Dungeons. Power leveling. Right, let's put on the headphones so I can hear if there's an alert comes. And there we go. Oh, now my latency is still rubbish. Okay, anyway, let's run a few of these. And if anybody wants anything, just give me a message. I've actually got a reasonably good number of mythics this way. I just take a quick look and see which sort of route I'm going to take through the dungeon. Come on, bum bum bum. And away we go. Easy peasy. Yeah, well, yeah. That's what happens when you've got a poor latency. But you can still run it. Oh, I should have took a quick look. It's relatively simple. Take him out. I think I'm gonna miss off one of these braziers and just go straight down to the next floor. Take one of them into the next floor. Should be easy enough to get, because that was just a wee bit out the way, and I couldn't be bothered to go and get it. Come on. Boom. There we go. I don't know why my Twitch feed seems to be a bit haywire. There we go. That's better. Right, so I need to get to there. I am almost there already. I think I don't need to get any of these braziers. I think by the time I run down, yeah, there we go. Because you get stuff for just the kills. And we're here. And then in we go. And do we have Andariel? Yes, we do. So this is the unfortunate stage, that you now have to sit like for another half an hour waiting for the death dances to happen. You have the Anguish first, then Andariel, then the box opens. Straight away we have one. We'll take the Judicators, and we got Gar. 1 out of 1, 100%. That's spot on. But usually it's out of a run of 10. I've got as many as 5 and as little as 1. But that was a 1GA helm, whichever one it was. So I'm not worried about that. So we go up gear. Yeah, let's go get the faraway one. We get there fast enough. I think that I just saw a treasure goblin. Let's grab this. Did I see a treasure goblin? Oh yeah, I did. There it is. Perfect. He needs to explode. That's the way. Then you come down here. Right, so this way. Yeah, well, let's take the scenic route. Now, essentially, this build I'm running right now my Divine Bulldozer is right click only. I have the auras, so it is an Auradin, but essentially they're all running in passive mode because I'm not pressing any of the aura skills. That's how I have barely changed this build for weeks because it does everything I need it to do. Right, so all I need to do now is run to the end, which is in the top right hand corner there somewhere. So I'm mostly watching the mini map. And there we go. There it is. Let's see who we get this time. Dariel again. Boom. Dead. Dead. Death dance, death dance. Oh, we've got the treasure goblin, so we've got an extra chest this time. Did it give us an extra? But no mythics. Oh, that's a bit of a pain. I don't want any of these tributes because I don't need them. Two-handed sword, some pants. Don't need any heavenly sigils. So I think that's... Yep, that's me done. E, leave dungeon. Back in again. Open portal. Let's just take a little check in Diablo trade, see if there's anybody wanting anything. No. Yeah, it's a bit late in the season, I guess. Oh, now then, just as I remember, there's a developers sit down on the 5th, which is only in a few days' time. They're going to be talking, I think, about the Warlock. And maybe the expansion. Boom, he needs to explode. I haven't heard anything of the patch notes when they're going to come up yet. Gotta take up all these times. There we go. Loads of time. Take a quick look. So if I come this way, yeah, miss off this time. I think that's probably the easiest. I got enough time anyway, so I don't think I need it. He needs to explode. There we go. Come all the way down. Oh, wrong way. Just come inside for that. There, he needs to explode, but we can move on. There we go. Boom. All the way down. Yeah, so for Season 12, I'll be using this build because it should be even more powerful in Season 12 than it is this season. Because in the, for the, oh, what am I doing? Where's the, you know, sometimes it doesn't appear, the portal, so you just have to go and find it. It's not in here. probably down at the end of this one. There it is. Yeah, because for the Sundered Knight, right now we've got points into anointing. But if they keep it the way it was in the PTR, then that instead of being anointing is going to be to aura skills. So that's going to be... Oh, I have a chest armor. Even more powerful. Now, at the moment I'm running the Opus, Griswold's Opus, and a regular. But if you're running the Sundered Knight, it's a two-hander, so you won't have the shield. But I think still going to be fine. Tyrrell's and Undar. Of the two mythics that are absolutely rubbish for us, we have them. Right, so where are we going? So this way, this way, this way. Bit of a circle. Easy peasy. But still, you know, this is... Even it's not the mythics that we're after. It's still a 20% drop rate when we complete 10. Where are you? 10? And a 20% drop rate is pretty good, actually. Come up to here. So essentially this is a one-handed build. Because you need your right hand on... Oops, what is this? You need your right hand on your mouse. And this runs at 99, it's relatively easy. Never any major issues. Okay, this way. Now we can go that way. Yeah, big circle. And so next season it's going to be even more powerful. Which means that I should get through everything pretty easily. Because right now I get through this stuff is, as you can see, not an issue. Could it be a little bit faster using Arbiter? Maybe. But then I have to use the other hand as well. But right now I don't get any carpal tunnel. I don't need to go pop, play the piano. Come on. There we go. Boom. Right. Oh, right down at the end. Okay. So we just need to run to the end, catch any treasure goblin if one appears. Don't need to do anything else. And there we go. 400 millisecond latencies. Oh, they're up and down like a yo-yo. Okay, boom, down. Dead. Do we have a mythic? No, no mythic. That's it. Leave dungeon. Go. I'm not sure how long these are taking actually. It's just a couple of minutes. Okay, boom, boom. Yeah, easy peasy. I haven't really timed myself. Go on. There we go. There. Missed them. Right, so we'll just grab this. Grab the other time bandits just as we're going past. Down to the last brazier. And there we go. Just like that. Right, take a quick look. It's a relatively straightforward run. No having to double back on ourselves. There, one. The other one was across here somewhere, wasn't it? Oh, I was wrong. Silly Billy. Oh, never mind. We'll just get through to the next floor. No need to go grab them. Even though I looked at the direction, didn't follow my own thinking. Boom. I've only got a wee bit to go, so there's a brazier right at the very end, just before. I think that should get me to 4. If not, then we have to just go double back and... Yeah, that got us there. Perfect. See who we got this time. Okay, it's Andariel. Okay, dead. Anguish, dead. Yeah, that's the way. Right, so this is 5 runs done. No mythic. Have a look at the glove. Which glove was it? Endurant Faith, no need. Right, so that was 5 runs done. Oh, what, just one? Oh, that's a straightforward run. Boom. Yeah, the season 12 is a short season as well. It's only about 6, 7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks tops. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle for me to get to Paragon 300. Unless they've juiced the XP significantly. And maybe with these kill streaks, maybe it does. I really don't know. Plus the fact I'm going to be away for at least 2, maybe 3 of these weeks on business. Let's see. Okay, we'll go the long way around. So yeah, to reach Paragon 300 will be a little bit of a stretch for season 12, I think. But we shall give it a go. See how far we actually do get. But everybody's eye is on the prize, which is the, excuse me, the Warlock coming online. Because there's no doubt that the Warlock's going to be juiced up to the hills. Excuse me. But with all the new systems coming in play, I really am excited about the expansion. Because there's so much to learn about the new systems. Right, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? We're up in the top left. Oops, missed it. There we go. Let's see how we can do this Andariel again. And all these Andariel in here and Belial instead of in the Helltides, they're all gonna go away. Itchy nose. Nope, not that time either. And nothing else matters. Four to go. Oh, I want to just check something a minute. Yeah, I thought as much. Because I changed a lot of stuff, I sort of came offline and went back on again. All my tags and everything have disappeared. So I just need to reset them. I was kind of thinking that might have happened. It's a bit annoying. But unfortunately, that's not the first time that this has happened. Yeah, I think that's YouTube done again. Good. Just make sure. Yep, that's up and running. Okay, sorry about that. That was just me getting everything back running the way it should have done. Until, oh, what am I doing? Let's get this time and head across for the brazier. And down we go. Ah, okay. Done. Right, so this way, it's a bit of an S or a Z, depending on how you're thinking. All the way down. Boom. Take this one up. Boom. Just a little back for the beacon. Boom. There we go. Will we reach 4 before we head to the next one? not quite. Almost. So we just need to run to the end again just to... There we go, that's 4 done. Go to the boss portal. See if we get Andariel once again. I hope it's not actually. I prefer it actually if it wasn't Andariel, because it doesn't give me anything extra apart from time. Yoshi. They're better. No. Nope. Exit dungeon. Alright. 3 more to go. Less than 10 minutes maybe. Alright, so one, this one, this one, this one. Boom. The Anguish Manifesto will catch up and then wish he hadn't. He has to explode. Then we come down to the portal to the next floor. Alright, so... Wow, we missed that off. We can just go straight down here. We've got enough time. I hope we've got enough time. Come on. When I'm saying I hope we've got enough time, I'm looking at the latency. It should be still okay. Boom. Into the Grand Spirit. I was thinking we were going to get rubber banded there for a bit, but it's through. Boom. Done. Right, now let's find the boss portal. Right, so the boss portal's not actually marked, so I'm thinking it might be up here. So we'll take a look here first. And it's not there. Okay, right, so is it this side? No, it's not that side either. How about this side? Where the bloody hell is it? There it is. I dislike it. It's annoying when they don't actually come up. Well, we got Yoshi again. Alright, let's see if we get... Well, we did. Another helm. So that's 3. At least we've got 3, which is a 30% drop rate. That's just shabby. If you got a 30% drop rate for running Belial or somebody, we'd be well happy. So this is a longer route. What I think I'll do after I finish this, I'll run through the build that I've got and my thoughts on next season and the changes that I'll be making. Obviously can't make too many predictions about what's happening because I didn't run the PTR. Yeah, this is what it is. Passomatic. Yeah, I hear you. Right, so where are we? Let's go this way. Take the long route. All the way through here. Done. Now even though I'm at level 300, yeah, Paragon 300 this season, I feel that this season's Paragon 300 has been a bit boring to get to, and it really was a bit of a grind, more so than previous seasons. Because previous seasons I could sort of do the grind in the pit, where the challenge was getting a 1.5 minute, a 90-second or below. Am I at 4? Oh, okay, I'm at 4. So the challenge was to get 90 seconds or below in the highest pit level that you could run, whatever pit level that ended up for you. And that was a challenge, you know. I actually quite enjoyed that. But this season it was running bosses, and no, it was boring. Because you could literally run a boss like this, and you could trade for mats, boss mats, if you so wanted. Ooh, I have a 2GA sword. Oh, a double drop and a helm. Wow, wow, wow. Doombringer and Harlequin. Well, that was not too shabby. Take the Judicator. So yeah, you could run, you know, you had to run some other stuff to get the boss mats, but the bosses themselves were just like boom, boom, just like this. And okay, this is the last run. That for me was there's no challenge in this whatsoever, and even running Asmodan, it was really no challenge either. Right, so which way are we going? This way. So yeah, I even though this season, I think this season, because of the Paladin, it was actually I am enjoying running the Paladin, but he's super strong. And next season he's probably going to be equally as strong. Although there are, you know, some of the stuff's getting nerfed. But the Auradin that I'm running, which is a shield charge Auradin, it's going to be still one of the strongest builds in Season 12. Where am I going? Where am I going? Okay, we go this way. Because I'm running an Auradin, but all these auras that I'm running, it's passive. I'm not running any active auras to give us anything extra. And I've got the shield charge on my right click, and that's it. But I like running like this, I have to say. I don't like playing a piano with my left hand too much. So for me, this build suits me fine. Okay, I think we should get to 4. Oh, there we go. And we just need to run to the exit portal for the boss. Oh, there's a treasure goblin. Thank you very much. Down we go. So yeah, I actually enjoyed previous seasons a little bit better in the run to 300 than I did this season. Come on, Yoshi. Bye bye. And that's it. Was there any more? No, okay, so no is the answer to that question, but fortitude tab, chest armor, axe, butcher's cleaver, no thank you. And I don't really want to pick up anything else. Okay, so let's go back to town. So that was 10 runs in which I got 5 mythics. So that's a 50% drop rate. That's pretty tremendous. If we got a 50% drop rate for running Duriel or Belial or somebody, we'd be well happy. Excuse me. Now, is there anything I actually want to keep here? 2G8 Doombringer. Where are my mythics? Oh, there. Well, I could Harlequin and Dariel's. 2 Andariel Visage and Ethereals. I think I'm just gonna yeah. I'm gonna sanctify these. We'll keep the all stats, I think. Max resource, no. Armor, no. Cooldown reduction, yep. Now, don't forget to put in the sockets. I've done that more than once. Don't need any of these. Get rid of them. Can only sell them, you can't do anything else with them. You can't salvage the damn things. Put my stuff away. All that are the boss mats. Right? I have never got on all the sanctifications I gave up on the sanctifications. I have never had a grandfather, never had a Ring of Starless Skies, and never had a Harlequin. I had Andariel's a couple of times. New affix, all stats. New affix, resource cost reduction. So once again, total BS. One GA. I would say the crit strikes with core skills to increase your attack speed. That's actually not too bad. I've got that on Starless Skies, but all the rest of the stuff, I'll just go through. I got a 3 GA error perdition, and the sanctification was another GA. Shroud of False Death, the item quality got increased. It's a 1 GA. But the GA was on all stats, so that was okay. Dawnfire is a 2 GA, and the sanctification was a GA. I put Indomitable on my gloves, and here it was a item quality. But it's a half decent pair of gloves. But it could have been better. Resist to all could have been something else. But you know, it does me okay. I put Wild Bolt to draw things in with the Holy Light Aura potency. Here I done On Guards for the tempering. Here I put Holy Light Aura. And again, as I say, Wild Bolt to draw things in. And I've got Faith per second on here, Faith per second on there, so I don't have a major issue with Faith when I run around, which allowed me to, well, to move away from one of the Paragon boards. So again, it's a 3 GA, it's decent. And here was a 3 GA, and the GA went to heavyweight, so I did strength and break a line, and the other GA in the sanctification was on heavyweight, which was good. Then I got Juggernaut's Covenant on the amulet, and I tempered it with On Guard, and it was the best defense in sharpens versus iron sharpens iron. Again, both maxed out, but not GAs. And I re-rolled this into crit strike chance. So it's a half decent. And then I put on Hoop of the Golden Hour for judgment. And here I did focus on the attack speed, and the others are max life, life and kill, crit strike damage. And the Ring of Starless Skies, again, it's a 1 GA. The GA was core skills, and the sanctification was crit strike. With core skills, increased the attack speed, and that was pretty good. I'm happy with that. And attack speed and crit strike chance on here, but they're not GAs. But with all the rest of this stuff, I've got 100% on the attack speed bonus and 100% on the crit strike chance, and the crit strike damage is 3,700 because I got crit strike damage as a GA on here. And the last one is the shield. I put Holy Punishment, Holy Fire damage increased 70. I put Holy Light Aura potency on here to give me more Holy Light damage, and it's got crit strike chance that I re-rolled, cooldown reduction. Strength and max life is the GAs, and the sanctification, and I can't remember what it was. But as you see, that there's nothing extraordinary in my gear. For the skill tree, just one into Clash to open up into the core skills. I didn't take any of the core skills. For leveling next season, I'll probably put the core skill into Blessed Hammer and into Disciples Halo, so the hammer follows you. And then I've got maxed out in Guards and Riposte. The others are from the Shroud. Fanaticism maxed out into Rite of Vengeance for the crit strike damage. Defiance into Rite of Might. And this is giving you Resolve. Defiance for whenever you gain Resolve. And we gain the Resolve through the shield charge. The Holy Light Aura down into Holy Light judges the enemies, which is part why I got the ring the way I have. One into Longevity and maxed out into Renewal for the fortification. Then I got Shield Charge into Relentless Charge, which takes it into a core skill. And you get Retribution in here. Sorry, Resolve, that's what. Resolve, which fits in nicely to the damage that you get in the Defiance. One into Resolute, max into Conviction, max into Courage. Attack speed for each stack of Resolve up to 12%, so you get that 12% extra. Then Resolve, every elite enemy is nearby, so it's gaining Resolve. Stack of Resolve heals, all things fit together. Then I've got one into Consecration up into Hallowed Ground, which gives you bigger size. Maxed out Righteousness, increased Holy and Fire damage, and the rest is just into from the one stack from Shroud of False Death. Iron sharpens iron, crit strike damage. It's a big. Break the line, heavy weight. Didn't put any into Press the Advantage because I didn't really need the damage reduction. Maxed out Master Craftwork, your armor is increased by 200% of your shield's block chance. Shining Armor maxed out, Giant Slayer maxed out, and only 1 point into here because there's, you know, one-handed, it's chance to ignore damage, and I don't really ignore damage. But if I had on here the axe, then I would have taken some points away from somewhere else and put it into here. And I've got Coat of Arms. Current bonus is 112%. So that's where that skill tree is. Now for the majority of stuff, I'd take away the shield charge and put it into Blessed Hammer to start with. It is a leveling exercise. The rest of the stuff probably pretty much the same until I got Sundered Knight and or the Opus. Probably the Sundered Knight, and then I'd probably take it into Shield Charge, but then I might take away here because Sundered Knight gives you Consecration, and I could put it into Condemn because you get Unhindered, and then you can actually apply Vulnerable or any of these other ones. Maybe even Shepherd the Flock. Not sure exactly which one I'd actually put it into. Gather the Guilty. Probably Gather the Guilty, I would say, to apply the Vulnerable, and then take some points in to crack the armor. because you get a 6 multiplicative increase to damage the vulnerable enemies. So for the Paragon, I started off with Sentinel. And just as for the Oaths, I've got Juggernaut. Casting a Juggernaut skill consumes 8 stack of Resolve, giving me a 210 right now a 210% multiplicative and 20% increased size. Minimum resolved increased by 1. Increase the damage reduction by 20% while active. Taking direct damage consumes a stack, and I can hold up to 8. So that's where we are on that. Divine Gifts, I'm not going to bother with that. You're all it's already to the end of the season. Right, so Paragons. I'll probably be mostly sticking to this board as well. So I've got Sentinel. For every 5 strength purchased, your Juggernaut skills deal 20% increased damage and 1.5% increased multiplicative for each stack of resolve you have, and you're dealing 12.2 increased damage to close, and as you're running with a shield charge, you're always doing damage to close. So the next one is the Castle Glyph. This is going to change, but I still think that this is going to be still pretty powerful. So I'll be keeping the castle. And here I've got Challenger, increased damage to 100% to all normal nodes, and so that means all the strength nodes are pretty good, right? 187 strength. They could go into a different board, but I liked it in this board. Damage to elites, willpower, and blah blah blah. 10% multiplicative damage to elites. Then I have the beacon boards. Ally or mercenary is one of your auras, and the anointing on the Sundered Knight is going to be changing to auras, so this is going to be even more powerful. And here I've got honed for the crit strike damages, and we generate 1 faith. Then I've came up into Shield Bearer, increased damage to the block chance at 100% damage, and again I've got Spirit in here. For every 5 willpower you'll additional crit strike, so it's a crit strike build, and this is one of the ones that's got the most willpower. None of the boards have got massive amounts of willpower, but that's one of the boards that have. Now I didn't go across and get the damage control stuff because I think we're good enough here. And for the last board I took Preacher, increased damage to the attack with the attack speed, and this is where you get quite a lot of damage. Ignore the zealot skills. You're really looking at the attack speed. And I put in Resplendence here, bonus to all the magic nodes, because we want the attack speed, as much attack speed as we possibly could. And I took the max life here, and then you got a little bit of willpower, and willpower gives you resource gen and improves healing. So I think that for the majority I'll be probably keeping something similar to this board, but maybe at the beginning I'll swap them around a wee bit, because I might want to take a different board to this to begin with for Shield Bearer, and run is it Relentless board where you get cooldown reduction. I can't remember which board it was, but that's where we are with that. And I won't be changing too much of the build across. It'll be one of the things that I'll be looking for is the Sundered Knight, because instead of anointing, that's going to be aura skills, and if that's aura skills, that's going to be, if they keep it the way it was in the PTR, then that's going to be the one to run. And okay, we won't get the item quality increases, but that's the way it is. So that's my that's where I am right now with this build, and this is the one I'll be carrying across and using as a basis for leveling and for the mid and end game in season 12. Right, so I'm just running, show you how it runs a 99. Now here I do run with actives. But essentially it runs exactly the same way as I've just been doing. There is a little piano playing with the left hand, but not too much. Could I run higher? Yeah, I can run higher. But why bother? When I was leveling up the glyphs, yeah, I run a wee bit higher. Just to make it easier. Just to get easier to upgrade. But when they say 70% chance, I found it was more like 50%. I did not feel as though it was 70%. Now the Ravens build last season, I'd have been finished this pit already. But they did change things. The majority of people have been slower this season going through pits than they were last season. Couple of minutes. What was that? Yeah, just over a couple of minutes. Yeah, nothing in there I want to keep. I definitely don't want to pick up stuff at this stage in the game, because I just end up salvaging. Alright, let's see if we can pick up a Griswold. Nope. Short swords. Oh, no. What am I doing? Swords. That's where we are. Not a lot of stuff in there, is there? All items. Bye-bye. Legion event. Now, so I think that's going to be me for today. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate all the comments, and I think I will be back on again Wednesday. That'll be my next on. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate. The stream is ending soon, so bye for now.